All right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with Jackie, Cataline. Jackie, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, Jackie. I can't complain. And Jackie, you were just in Power Slap not too long ago. I mean, talk us a little bit more about that matchup and what's maybe next for you in the future.
Yeah, the matchup was good. I thought it was gonna go well because she also has a combat sports background. She does bare knuckle, does MMA. So I knew that she could take a punch. So I was excited for the matchup, and obviously I walked away with the win. And I know I wasn't too disappointed because I know my first slap I was disqualified for clubbing, and she was disqualified because she clubbed me twice. So I mean, I'm not upset about it. She's new. I'm new. Like, we're still trying to figure it out. So it's all a part of the learning process.
Yeah, no, 100%. And how have you kind of been enjoying Power Slap? I mean, what have you kind of been doing to kind of train for it as well too?
Honestly, I haven't really changed my training. I train for MMA. I actually just fought 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you know that. Um, I fought on the Invicta 56 card in Colorado, which I won by TKO. So I really haven't changed the way that I'm training. I'm still wanting to just do MMA, and Power Slap is kind of just a part of that journey. So I'm not really changing too much. I do practice a little bit of accuracy on my bob, but not really too much just specifically for power slapping.
Fair enough. No, definitely. I'm definitely glad you brought up that Invicta match as well too, because not only have you competed in Invicta, but you also competed in Bellator as well too. I mean, how is it kind of competing for Invicta? I mean, what was maybe different compared to Bellator?
Um, I really liked competing for Invicta. I like the fact that they have an all women's card. Usually there's like one power slap or one MMA fight for the women, and it's usually the rest men. So I like the fact that they have every single fight as a women's fight. I really enjoyed my time there, and obviously I got the win, so that makes it even that much better. But yeah, really good promotion. They put on a great show.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Invicta is definitely awesome. And with you fighting in Invicta, I mean, do you think maybe for your next MMA match, we can maybe see you back in Invicta?
Uh, I mean, I just got offered an interim title fight for Cage Fury, which I haven't decided if I'm going to take or not. I'm not the type of person that I don't have a manager. I do all my own stuff. I don't get locked into contracts because I don't like to have to be forced to have to fight so many times for a certain organization. The only contract that I have is with Power Slap, and I have a 6 slap contract with them. But in my contract with them, I am allowed to compete in wrestling and I am allowed to compete in fighting as long as the dates don't conflict. So I mean, I'm open. I definitely would fight for them again. They put on a great show and I had a really good time, but I'm trying to stay busy. So they want me to fight in 4 weeks again, which I'm open to. And then I'll be slapping again in October. So, I have a lot going on.
Yeah, you're always busy, no doubt about it. And
Yeah.
with that being said, too, with you signing the contract for Power Slap, I was just talking to somebody yesterday how they said it's only exclusive. They can only do Power Slap stuff. How are you able to kind of, go out to Invicta and compete as well, too?
Well, when I went and sat down with Power Slap, I told them my goal is not to be a power slapper. They know that. They brought me in because they had this huge face. This girl was viral. She was knocking everybody out, and they didn't have anybody to compete against her. So when I sat down with them, I told them, "Hey, I'm a fighter. Like, I don't even see myself power slapping, but if you want me to do it, this is what I need, and I'm not going to give up something that I am trying to go to the UFC to be a power slap or something I've never done, seen, or trained for." And they were totally fine with it. And everybody's contracts are different. Some people don't have that leverage. They don't have that pull. They just want them to be power slappers. And they know that fighting is my end goal. So they were fine with it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. I'm definitely glad you were able to do that, and so you can kind of do your own thing a little bit. And
Yeah.
another thing about you is you have a fantastic wrestling background as well too. I mean, talk us a little bit more about kind of how you got into wrestling.
Well, my dad competed in the police and fire Olympics. He's wrestled his entire life. He wrestled in high school. I have 5 brothers. So naturally, my dad is going to get all my brothers into wrestling. And luckily for me, I was a tomboy growing up. I had 5 brothers that beat me up on the front lawn every day. So I was just good at it. And so when I started wrestling, I actually started wrestling when I was 12 years old. I went to my first tournament and I took first place at 76 pounds. So it kind
Wow.
of just stemmed from there, you know, and all my brothers wrestled in high school, lots of CIF championships and, you know, going to state. And so I wasn't the only successful one in wrestling. Yes, it's more pronounced because I'm a female, but all of my brothers were really successful in wrestling as well.
That's awesome. That's definitely some pretty cool stuff. You're definitely very
Yeah.
accomplished. And another thing as well too. You've been very busy as well too outside of the cage. Like you are hearing that you were like a deputy sheriff, you were like a firefighter, electrician. I mean, how are you able to balance all this different stuff in your everyday life?
No sleep.
What it seems
um,
like.
well, so currently I'm an electrician. That is my day job.
Okay.
So I go to work 4:30 in the morning. I drop kids off so they can go to school. I have 4 kids also, so um, day job and kids are the most important thing, obviously. And then I just fit my training in when I can. I am a seasonal firefighter, so I do wildland firefighting. So during fire season, I'll go for 2 weeks to wherever they need resources. So last summer, we were in Colorado for 2 weeks. You know, they just bounce us around. I am actually not doing that this season because I'm so busy with fighting and power slapping and work. And I also coach the local high school wrestling team in Eastville. So yeah, definitely busy. Trying to balance it all means lots of sleepless nights.
It's definitely what it sounds like. Like I said, I definitely give you a lot of respect there. And with you being a mom of 4, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite memories as a mom?
Um, Obviously when they were born. But
Yeah.
you know, my son just started high school this year. He's
Nice.
3 weeks into his high school career. He's going to be starting wrestling season soon. So, you know, those memories as a mom, also as his high school wrestling coach, you know, I kind of get both. But my brother also coaches with me. So I try and take a back seat on the coaching part and just try and enjoy it as a parent, which sometimes is hard to do, but I'm managing it for now.
Fair enough. I definitely hear you there. Now, when it comes to coaching, I mean, how do you think coaching maybe makes you a better fighter?
Coaching, I love coaching. Coaching makes anybody better. I feel like it helps me see things from a sideline perspective. So when I am getting coached, like my boyfriend coaches me, my brother coaches me, obviously my head coach Romy coaches me. So it makes me kind of intake what they're saying a little bit better because I know that they're seeing things that I don't necessarily see in the fight or in the match. So I feel like the coaching has helped me receiving better.
Right. No,
If
that
that makes
definitely
sense.
makes sense. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. Definitely does. And when you are coaching and stuff, I mean, what's the vibes like? What kind of music do you like to play when you're out there coaching?
I like country music, but you can't really
Okay.
listen to country music, you know, when you're fighting or when you're coaching. But honestly, we let the kids pick the music because I'm 36, and what a 36-year-old listens to compared to a 15-year-old is completely different. So we let them pick whatever music they want to listen to. It's really about them getting in the mood and getting in the moment and going out and winning matches. So, you know, it's everything that they need. It's not necessarily what we like.
No, fair enough. I definitely understand there. And Jackie, you also got some pretty sick tattoos all over you as well too. I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite tattoos that you got?
I have this one here. It's a
Oh yeah,
lion and 2 cubs.
very nice.
So I have 2 biological kids and I have 2 stepkids. So this one was me as the mom with the 2 babies. I'm gonna have to add some more on there now, but I do have another session scheduled. So
There you go.
yeah,
Now, where are you trying to get? Where are you trying to get your next tattoo at on you?
I'm gonna add on to this arm. So this forearm will
Okay.
be covered. So yeah, both
Wow.
arms will be done.
Very nice. So after your arms are done, do you plan to get any more in the future, or are you done after that?
No, I mean I don't know. I don't know if I have that much more space, and I definitely am not gonna do any on my chest or
There you
my
go.
face. So
No. Yeah, I don't recommend getting it on your face. That probably isn't fun. It will definitely mess your looks up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And yeah, with you training as well too. I mean, outside of fighting, I mean, what else do you like to do besides hanging out with family?
I do a lot of family stuff. I'm very close with my family. There are 8 kids in my family, so I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters. We're all very close. We all live very close. except for when my parents decide to go to their mansion in Tennessee for a couple months over the summer. But yeah, like anything family related we like to do. And outside of doing stuff that's family related, I'm way too busy to do anything else. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't party. I would rather be home because I'm never home. So
There you go. So
as
after
you
like,
can tell, I'm driving from the gym right now home. So
yep, I definitely hear you there. So like after a win and stuff, since you said you don't party, I mean, what do you typically do after your wins, whether it's in Power Slap or even MMA?
I mean, I sometimes I'll go out and interact with everybody, and I don't have to drink to have a good time. So
Good.
I do go, especially the Power Slap. Dana White throws a really awesome after party with lots of celebrities. So it's fun. It's cool to meet people and interact with those people that enjoy watching power slapping. So I do that. Outside of Power Slap, when I have a fight, like after this fight, I went back to the hotel and I went to sleep. So I mean,
You can't beat that. That's easy enough then. So when you
yeah.
have these super cool after parties with Dana White, I mean, who's maybe some of the coolest celebrities you might have met?
My absolute favorite person, it was my first Power Slap that I met, was actually Charles Barkley. He was
Oh,
so
nice.
cool. He was gambling, but he had his lady come up and was like, "Hey, can you take a picture with his alcohol?" And I was like, "Well, is he here?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, I'd rather take a picture with him than the alcohol." So she
Right.
took me over. I met him. He took pictures with me and my parents and my boyfriend. So he was really cool. I enjoyed him. This last Power Slap, I am a Raider fan. So Marshawn Lynch was there.
Oh.
Yeah. So I actually saw him and I approached him to get a picture and he brushed me off. He
Oh, no
came
way.
after I power slapped, so he didn't know that I was a slapper. He probably just thought I was some fan trying to get a picture with him because I was dressed in a dress, like I had changed.
Yeah.
And so he came back around. I was talking to Callum Walsh, who's very nice. I took a picture with him. And he sat kind of next to where we were standing. And I turned around. I was like, well, you can't go anywhere now. Like, you have to take a picture with me. You didn't see my slap, so you have to at least take a picture with me. And then, he kind of was like, oh, she competes. And he kind of opened up a little bit and I was able to take a picture with him. Very cool, very nice. But that first interaction was like, dang, he just blew me off.
That's messed up. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that's pretty cool that you got to meet Marshawn Lynch. I always used to
Yeah.
enjoy watching him. I'm definitely glad he's doing okay. That's very,
Yeah.
very awesome. Now when it comes to you competing as well too, I mean, you mentioned you could maybe be doing Cage Fury soon. If you're not doing that Cage Fury bout, I mean, do you maybe have another date on when we can maybe see you back in the cage soon?
Not in the cage, but I will be competing in Power Slap October 24th in Abu Dhabi. So
Wow. Okay.
that is for sure confirmed. That's my next competition. If I don't take the Cage Fury, and the thing with Cage Fury and Power Slap is it's like 4 weeks between. And I don't know if that's enough time after a fight because anything can happen in a fight. I don't know if I'm going to get injured. I don't know. I could come out like I did this last fight and not even been hit. But I don't know that. And I don't want to risk not being able to slap, you know, for a fight that's not a promotion that I necessarily am looking for the future for. Like it's not the UFC. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. People are working on their end, and I'm working on my end to figure it out. But it's not something that's confirmed, but it's out there.
That's awesome. I'm definitely glad you're going to be competing soon. And with you mentioning being in Abu Dhabi, I mean, have you ever been there before?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm a little bit nervous to go because they sent us an email saying dress conservatively, like you can't really show a lot of skin and all these rules. So, but I have been to other countries. For wrestling, I've traveled to a lot of different third world countries, a lot of different places. So I'm familiar with traveling and the different lifestyle and the different things that different countries are accustomed to that maybe we're not. So I'm comfortable going, but it's still a little nerve wracking,
Oh
especially for
yeah, no,
women
100%.
in Arabia.
Yeah, no, 100%. I definitely hear you there. That's why I wanted to ask you about that. And with you traveling so much during your career, I mean, what's maybe some of the coolest things that you might have seen along the way when it comes to traveling to different places?
I mean, everything was cool. I really enjoyed Brazil. I got to, for wrestling, we go and we compete, and then we have time to experience the culture. So I've been to Russia and Germany, Chile, Brazil, Lithuania, like so many different cool places, and been able to experience their culture. When I went to Mongolia, I think this is probably the coolest. They had a 150-pound vulture, somebody's pet vulture,
Wow.
on the side of the road that we got to take pictures with. And so I have a picture, and it's like sitting up on me, like it's on my shoulder, but it's 150 pounds. It weighs as much as I do. And I think that was the coolest experience for me so far.
That's insane. 150-pound vulture as a pet too?
He was
Wow.
massive. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. Wow, that's definitely incredible. And another thing about you is you've competed at Bellator 300. Now you've also done like one of the first power slap matches as a woman. I mean, what does it feel like to kind of do like all these different iconic different venues?
Honestly, it's funny that you say that because I don't see it that way. I
Okay.
just see it as me competing. And a lot of people do say that. A lot of people say, you're a pioneer for wrestling, you're a pioneer for power slapping. And yes, I get that aspect of it, but for me it's what I've done my whole life. I've competed my entire life, and when I was in high school wrestling, they didn't have girls wrestling. I competed against the boys. I spar and I train with my boyfriend and all the guys at the gym. So for me, it's normal, and I guess it is me being a pioneer of certain things, and I probably am gonna take a little time to like fully get that. Maybe when I retire, I'll get it a little better. But for now, it's just it's what I'm supposed to be doing. So.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I hear you there. And when it comes to like Bellator and Victa, all your different like your fight shorts, your fight gloves, all that different stuff you might have. I mean, what do you typically do with all that different stuff?
Um, I keep everything. I have 4 kids. I want them to be able to have stuff that is what's making me famous. Like I have the gloves in a shadow box, and I have an entire like glass case with all of my like memorabilia and firsts of stuff. Like I have 4 pairs of gloves of PFL. I'm not gonna keep all 4. So it's the family that their kid used to wrestle for my parents. So it's like it's people that are close to me, but obviously like the firsts and or the onlys, I'm gonna keep for my kids.
No, that's definitely awesome. I definitely that's definitely awesome that you keep everything. Now, with you competing in
The
multiple different
Bellator
organizations.
300 gloves, though, I gave those to my dad in a shadow box for his birthday. So
Oh, that's
they're still
awesome.
mine, but he has them.
Okay, that's awesome. No, that's definitely a pretty cool gift. I love it. Now, with you
Yeah,
competing in these different organizations, I mean, which gloves did you like the best, and which ones felt the best? Like the Invicta ones, the Bellator ones. Talk to us more about that.
definitely the Bellator 300 gloves were the best. They were gold. They just looked cool. All the pictures came out really good. And I gave them to my dad for his birthday, so you can't beat those. They were super comfortable. Most gloves are not really that comfortable, so it's like you wear them brand new, and it's like nobody trains with brand new gloves. It's not comfortable. So,
No,
but those ones
no.
were all right.
No, that's awesome. I'm definitely glad you like those gloves a lot. And one thing about me is I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I've been teaching for 6 years now, and I've been training for 19 years. So I love martial arts. And
Nice.
with all the guys I got at my gym, what advice would you give to them to keep on coming into the gym and to get better and better every day?
I mean, I just tell people if you want to be a professional or you want to compete in something, it's a day by day thing. My kids for wrestling, like you show up to practice every day, you're on time, you're, all of these things that go with competing. You're eating healthy, you're doing cardio. It's not just coming to the gym and having your 1 hour class. It's a complete lifestyle change. And you're consistent and you do it every single day. And don't look forward. Don't look, oh, next week I have this. Look to the next day. Okay, show up to the gym the next day, and you will get better. You will see the progress. So I tell them, take it day by day.
Nice. No, I definitely think that's definitely some solid advice there, 100%. And Jackie, with you doing so much of everything, I mean, what's maybe some of your goals right now with your career?
The goal is to go to the UFC.
Nice.
Obviously, I am a fighter. I want to fight. I'm 36. I'm not doing this into my 40s, which is why I'm staying so active right now, whether it's fighting, wrestling, or power slapping. I want him to see, hey, she means business. This is where she wants to go. Me doing power slap was just to get in front of him, and yeah, I'm good at it, but it's not my goal. My goal is to fight. My goal is to go to the UFC. My goal was to go to Bellator and fight for Bellator. When I fought for Bellator 300, PFL bought them out the same week. I'm not a fan of PFL. I fought for them my first 4 professional fights. They never put me into the $1 million tournament. So I'm salty towards them. I don't want to fight for them anymore. And now that Bellator is owned by them, I'm not going to fight for Bellator. So the UFC is obviously the alpha of promotions. And that's where I'm looking to go.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's I definitely think that makes a lot of sense to me there. And with you mentioning like PFL never added you to that $1 million tournament, did they ever give you a reason why that was?
What can they say? I mean, I don't know. They never gave me a reason. I have the most Challenger Series fights of anybody that's ever fought PFL.
Yeah.
There's people in the tournament that I beat.
I know.
So it doesn't make sense to me. They're more of a show.
Okay.
It's not about a fight. It's not about how good you are. It's about who they can sell.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying that I'm not sellable, but I'm also not the type of person that's just going to do whatever the hell you want. I'm 36. I've been around this for a very long time. I know the shady people. I know the not shady people. So I'm the type of person that I'm going to do what's best for me, what I want, whether it's right for them or not. And I think they knew that, and they chose to go a different route. And that's fine, because it opened way bigger doors for me than PFL.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like you mentioned, I definitely think you're on to bigger, better things. 100%. We're looking forward to it, and I hope you definitely get that UFC call soon. And Jackie, it's been awesome talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time,
You
especially
too.
while you're
Thank you
driving.
for having me.
Yeah, no worries
Appreciate
at all. Yeah, no worries at all. And Jackie, I mean, what's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
Tune in to Power Slap. It'll be live and free on Rumble October 24th. Watch me knock out. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet, but we will be announcing who the match will be against soon.
Looking forward to it. We're definitely looking forward to it. And best of luck in your career. Like I said, I hope you get that UFC call soon because you're so close. And thank you again for taking the time. It means a lot to me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes. All right. Stay in touch. Thank you once again.
Yeah.